Oh man, which one do you? I've never been given the option to open anything first.
This is like old times, mom and dad with Nick.
Yeah, but back when we were kids.
No kids, get out of here, everybody.
I'm turning 28 tomorrow, which is really old, and visiting the parents the day before.
This is actually the girl's birthday, and we're just giving Nick his birthday.
Oh yeah!
Ooh.
And Yankee Candle.
Oh my God! I almost got you those for Christmas.
These are amazing.
Can I smell?
Yeah.
I love the square.
These aren't like the cheap Walmart ones that burn out really fast. These last. Yankee Candle's where it's
The double
at.
wick and super modern.
Oh my goodness. Oh yes! Did you tell them we needed these?
Maybe.
Yeah. I go through like 8 bowls a day right now. On
Mom,
Yeah, every meal.
You break them.
Mom's going like this.
I only broke like one.
Mom's going
I don't think so. I think you broke one.
They're complaining about my taste. It's so basic. I like my place to look like a soulless CEO executor's place in Hollywood.
Almost like American Psycho-esque.
Yes.
All right, so here, we'll do this one.
All right. I fell on my sister's birthday.
When you share a house with someone.
Oh yes.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
great.
Like that.
Yes.
All right.
That's perfect.
That's so cool.
I'm constantly looking for like white themed modern art, just like this
Yeah.
canvas art. I love this. Thank you.
Once we know the what type of genre, whatever you want to call it, we can decorate.
Soulless
whatever it
and
is.
wealthy.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Yeah, I've never been more excited about gifts since like maybe the days of me getting like action figures.
I actually can't think of the last time I saw you this genuinely excited.
This is awesome.
God, now my gift's gonna suck.
This is great. Thank you. Thank you guys.
You're
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Fun getting old. You're welcome.
Guys want a blast from the past while we're at my parents' house, where it all began. Posted a picture of this the other night, and I was blown away at how many of you remembered the Vault series and are still watching to this day. Here it is. The old basement, man. This is where it all began. Unfortunately and sadly, the posing light is long retired. My dad took that away. But man, everything's still here. This is nuts. This old piece of machinery is from like the 80s. This was in my old house back when we lived in the city of Warwick. But everything else we acquired gradually through Craigslist over time. I'd save up for it. We actually got lucky. We ran into like a powerlifter who was like retired back in the day, and he was just giving away a ton of stuff at one point. Just slowly like got rid of everything. This old bench here, man. That's where I failed that 135 as a kid. Got dumbbells up to 40 back here. Homemade curl rack. This is a homemade curl rack I actually made as a teenager. And that is not too shabby engineering, I must say. Look at that. That's not bad, right? For being a kid, a teenager, and it's still held up after all these years. Made these little divots in here. That's not bad. That's pretty handy, I think. There's a big deadlift like shrug rack that I made too. It's cobwebs. We got all old school pictures printed out here. I printed these out in 2006, man. Dennis James was the first bodybuilder I ever stumbled upon. I'm not even a huge fan of Dennis James. Like I never followed him much. He had the craziest, most vascular, most muscular, and it was the first one I stumbled upon when I just Google searched bodybuilders, and it blew me away. And then obviously the King Ronnie Coleman. That's his 05 Olympia. I started bodybuilding in January of 06, right? So that was just a couple of months after his 05 win, his 8th win. So when I started bodybuilding, Ronnie was freshly the king for the 8th time in a row. And that was his best Olympia in my opinion. And I printed that out. We got Arnold Schwarzenegger over here with his big ass biceps. We got Lou Ferrigno and then Marcus Rule in the back, who was just fucking huge, like astronomical. I even printed out this stupid little like quote. I don't know why. I think I was just trying to make this place seem really badass. So many memories here, man. At one point, because I used to do T-bar rows back here, but here I had Ronnie pinned up. Back here, I used to have my trophies back up here, and then I had my favorite natural bodybuilder pinned up. This was Joe. Who was this? There used to be a system over here for all the workouts, as you guys probably remember. I'd bump everything. I'd practice posing. Look at this little guy, this little 15-year-old from 2006. Guys, major key to my success, I never worried about when I was ready. Was I ready there? Fuck no. Like, that's a joke. But I was blindly, delusionally confident in myself. And I was like, I'm fucking awesome. I'm stepping on stage and I'm gonna smash it at like 50. And everyone was like, okay. Even my mom was like, you sure you don't want to wait, honey? But I didn't fucking wait. I dove in and ended up being the best thing in the world. Because by the time I actually got really competitive, legitimately competitive, and looked good on stage, I had so much seasoned experience behind me now. So I was able to go up against kids who were very close to me, or maybe even looked slightly better than me, but I could outpose them. I was cool, calm, collected, and confident on stage from all the experience that I already had. Just dive in, man. Plus, I already had a resume built up by the time I started documenting everything on YouTube, and that just sounds better. So, damn, man, a little trip down memory lane. This is where it all began. The basement, the house. It's so much nostalgia, especially being pre-contest right now. There is so much nostalgia as far as bodybuilding goes, being back in this house right now. So this was the hallway where so much pre-contest posing went down, and here's the move, man. You want the lights on in this bathroom so it shines through from the side a little bit. You want the overhead light on here, and then if you're doing this at nighttime, which most of the time I did, you want the door behind you open with that light off because it was just dark behind you. Pro tip, guys, dark backgrounds make you look better. White backgrounds, they make you look smaller. They wash you out behind you and you just look smaller. That's why most bodybuilding shows have black backdrops. And then, boom, this was the money shot where so many pre-contest photos were taken. One last blast from the past, man. This is bedroom, my old bedroom, which is the guest room now. They still got this bad boy in here. This was the 2009 Rhode Island Championships, and I competed at about 140 here. This was my second show in a row. That's where I got those big purple trophies from. This was actually pretty cool because like I look back at this now and I still like am pleased with how I looked for only being like 17 years old there. Not bad at all. That was an actual competitive show that I won and was very proud of, with a really cool big purple trophy. Over here we have what's left of, I had a huge Flex magazine stack here. I told my mom she can get rid of it. I guess she kept like 6 of them. I don't think this is even a thing anymore, Flex magazine, which is insane to me and sad and just crazy because this was like, you know, the Vogue, the Rolling Stone, the People's Magazine of fitness magazines.
Are they online?
They're online and they're umbrellaed by Muscle and Fitness, that mainstream one.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
I think they have a Flex section in that magazine now, but it's crazy how much things have changed.
Yeah.
And up here, guys, this is the real gold. I actually found a Battle for the Olympia, 2005, and a Jay Cutler DVD in here the other day, and I took it home and watched them. But these are all the Vault episodes. Back when I made the Vault, I would save each one onto a DVD. All 14 episodes of the Vault. Still here. Crazy, man.
Why did you call it the Vault?
I don't know, it sounded cool. It was like, I don't know, to be honest with you. Whenever I think of names like that, I just go by what sounds cool, but it was just like the Vault. Probably back in the day, on top of just sounding really cool, it was like you're being led into like the Vault of the Secrets. Because back then, vlogging wasn't a thing. It was like, now it's like everything, everyone shares their entire personal life on YouTube. But back then, you know, I had a few YouTube videos on how to do bicep curls, how to pose, how to eat. That's it. But you didn't know the real Nick Wright. You saw the domination, you saw the trophies, and you saw the $200,000 cash prize checks I won on stage at the Olympia every year, but you didn't see my lifestyle behind the scenes. So I was going to let you into the vault of Nick Wright's life secrets. That's my best guess 10 years later. That's another example of when I say blind confidence is important. It is. Like, I thought I was the biggest deal in the world, my YouTube series back then. And so when I dropped the Vault, I was like, this. It was brand new. No one had done the vlog style stuff before. It was just strictly professional, informative. So I remember hyping it up along with Jersey Shore. Every Thursday was Jersday, and I see Paul E promoting it and all that, and I'd be like, along with your Jersey, check out the Vault upload. Like,
did you really?
Yeah, I really did. Like, I treated it and believed it was just this groundbreaking, like, the world wants to see behind the scenes of Nick Wright. But, like, and it's funny because it's, like, good and bad because I'm not delusional like that anymore. But, honestly, that delusion is really, really good for success in a lot of ways. If you can find a balance, it's ideal. You gotta, like, it's that old saying, you gotta believe in yourself for anyone else to believe in you.
Well, that's true.
So it really did, it pushed me to heights. And then like, look what happens. It's like, if you really put in the work, I wasn't just talking shit and then being a slob. I was busting my ass to really bring out the best me I could bring in bodybuilding. So it paid off and people actually resonated with it. You know, if some people find it cringy, that's also fine, because honestly, what happens when you find someone cringy but who's also still being successful while being cringy? You can't help but go back and look at them. I know I've done that. There's been a celebrity that I'm like, this dude, I can't stand this dude. But he kills it at the same time with success. I find myself still clicking his page and watching him and following him from the side. Like, just be you and be... Anyway, though, I can go on a rant forever about that. Last bit of blast from the past. We'll wrap this up with Dream tan. You guys don't even know what this does to me. This stuff is banned from NPC and most federations now because it never dries, right? It's not like Pro Tan where it dyes your skin and then you just gotta let it dry and then you're good. This shit goes on like wet paint and stays on you like wet paint until you shower it off, which means it gets all over everything, and it was making a mess of like venues. But
it looks like charcoal that like you dip like your toothbrush in to like whiten your teeth.
Or the face stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. So it did give you a really good color. It gave you like this dark brown with a slight bronze tint to it.
On your thing.
Let's wash it off. But the craziest thing for me is I take a whiff of this now though, and it still smells just like it's brand new. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a sweet, more or less lotion-y smell, I guess. It's just like any nice hand lotion kind of. But it brings me right back to my first show ever at 15 years old, having just turned 15. It was a little show in Nashua, New Hampshire, tiny little venue. I think it was in a high school. And I was just this 15-year-old kid, and I was just in awe. Like, it was my dream to get on that stage, be in bodybuilding, and here I was. And it was just me and my dad. My dad went up on the trip with me. He helped me apply this stuff. He was there helping me like get into the show because I think I was working, so I was able to cover some stuff, but he was helping me out with that. Like, my dad's beyond supportive. So this is that memory, man, of just that 15-year-old kid, first time embarking on what was a huge dream of mine and what ended up becoming inadvertently a career of mine, the first of many shows. And just 15 years old, man, we stayed at my grandparents' house instead of a hotel. This just brings you, I'm right back there, backstage. I can see the hallway, the brown paper taped to the ground. Everything. It's so much nostalgia right here. That's why I still have these. These expired in 2007. Crazy, man. Insane. This specific magazine was actually from October 2006, so this was the month I did my first bodybuilding show. Crazy as that. Might have been my first one. I don't remember. What up? By the time you guys are seeing this video, my birthday has come and passed, and it was awesome, and all of it will be in the next video, so get ready for that because it was my first birthday during a bodybuilding prep, and I stayed right on track. Anyway, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss my videos. See you in the next one.